This video is about continental drift theory. As from the word itself, you can see that this theory is about the drifting of the continents. So, Alfred Wegener was the first German geographer and meteorologist who discovered the theory in 1912. In 1915, he published a book. This book was about the origin of continents and oceans. Okay. In 1596 also there was a Dutch cartographer whose name was Abraham Ortelius, who was also working on the symmetric coastlines of the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. Then there was a English geographer whose name was Arthur Holmes. In 1930 he gave a concept of convectional current in mantle. So this theory gave the further clarification about the mechanism behind the drifting of the continents. Okay, so what is basically this continental drift theory is about? This continental drift theory is about the movement of the continents across the oceanic bed. This drifting happens very slowly over hundreds of millions years. So as you can see in this picture, there was a continent, united whole as a single continent, and then after few million years it started to break into pieces. Then this is the present condition of the continents. So there are basically 5 stages of the continental drift process. So let's talk about the first stage, during the Carboniferous period, in which a supercontinent Pangaea was there and which was surrounded by the mega ocean called Panthalassa. This is the Pangaea and these parts are the Panthalassa. Okay, these are the oceans, this is the supercontinent. So in the second stage, around 200 million years ago, the flight of the continents took place. Continents began to drift gradually and broke into pieces. Laurasia or Angara land and Gondwana land. India was a part of Gondwana land. This is Laurasia, the northern part of the supercontinent, and this is Gondwana, the southern part of the supercontinent. And as you can see that here is the Indian subcontinent. Okay, and this is the Panthalassa. Okay, so the third stage, during Mesozoic era. So from about 250 million years to 65 million years, there was Mesozoic era. Okay, the space between Laurasia and Gondwana got filled with Tethys Sea and it gradually widened. Okay, so between the Laurasia and Gondwana, this space was filled with the Tethys Sea. Okay, and it gradually got widened. Okay, so what is the fourth stage? It is about 100 million years ago. This was the early Cretaceous epoch. So around 100 million years ago, westward drift of the North America and South America led to opening of the Atlantic Ocean. So as you can see that here there was the continent started to break and drift, and then the westward drift of the North America and South America happened. These two continents drifted westward. This drifting given the space to Atlantic Ocean. Okay, as you can see it here. Then comes the fifth stage. In this stage, then comes the fifth stage. This stage is about the orogenic stage. So because in which the mountain building activities took place while the Himalayas and the Alps were formed with the folding of the sediments of Tethys Sea. Westward drift of the North and South America led to folded edges of and formation of Rockies and Andes. Okay, so this is the Alps and this is the Himalayas. The southward movement of the Eurasia plate and the northward movement of the Africa and Indian subcontinent plate compressed the Tethys Sea, and the formation of the Alps and the Himalayas mountains started. And the westward drift of the North and the South America led to the formation of the Rockies and Andes mountain ranges. Okay, so basically what was the concept of continental drift? So before 250 million years ago, in Carboniferous stage, there was a supercontinent surrounded by the great oceans, which was called Panthalassa. This was called. So what is Pangaea? Pan is all. Pan means all in Greek, and Gaea means earth, and Pan means all, as we have discussed, and Thalassa means ocean. So Panthalassa is equal to all oceans, and Pangaea is all earth, all of the earth. And then this broke into two pieces. So the northern one was Laurasia, and the southern one was the Gondwana. And then the further drifting of the continent started. Okay, and then this is the present stage of the continents. Okay, so this is all about continental drifts concept, which was propounded by Alfred Wegener. Continental drift theory is considered a basic theory which provided various conclusions to establish the movement of Earth's crust, but the theory failed to establish the mechanism behind the process. Okay, so in next class we will discuss about the forces responsible for the continental drift and evidences in support of the theory, and criticism of the theory, drawbacks of the theory, and present status of the theory. Okay, so thank you for learning, and happy learning. Stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you.